talking about anti-lag. That's really loud. Okay, it's a little quieter now, we can actually talk. Why did you end up doing an anti-lag, or a rolling anti-lag, I should say, for this setup?
You see the size of these turbos? They're rather big, and for this engine, it's, you know, not the optimal setup for a street car, I would say, but you need something this big to make top-end power, to make big power. Or more than, I should say, other people do with hybrids and whatnot, right? Smaller setups. The whole idea behind anti-lag is to help spool the turbo up. Let's say you're in third gear, you want to race somebody, or you want to do like a 60 to 130 pull on the highway. You want that boost to come in as soon as possible. And the only way you can do that is by using something like anti-lag, because otherwise it's just gonna take probably up to 7,000 RPM in third gear to spool this turbo setup up. So with rolling anti-lag, the whole idea is to pull a whole bunch of timing out, add fuel, make it very rich, essentially like a misfire in the exhaust. And why you do this? To increase exhaust gas temperature, because that's what's going to spin that turbine up faster. It needs more heat, more exhaust energy, and that's what's gonna do it. So this is why we created this function for this car. We're in the car now. Have you ever tried pressing the brake and the gas at the same time while driving?
In my car, actually, yeah, all the electronic nannies pretty much disable the gas, and it's almost as if you're just touching the brake. So it doesn't let you do a brake boost in that sense.
So that was one of the challenges that we had to overcome when creating the anti-lag function. We had to use input from the driver. The reason why we chose the brake pedal is because we already identified it and found everything that we needed in the ECU when we were doing our map switching. We used the brake pedal as an input, so we wanted to kind of continue and build off of that. But the issue was that brake and gas at the same time while rolling would just disable all the power. So we've identified the culprit, fixed it, and we had to build the function from that. Now, what does the function do? So for a limited amount of time, in this case on this car it's 3 seconds. Has to be between 2,500 RPM and 5,000 RPM. Again, this is how I wanted to set it up. I don't think you'll be using it below 2,500 or above 5,000, because you'll just run out of RPM at that point. No kickdown. So you don't want the transmission to start downshifting while you're in anti-lag. So if it detects a kickdown mode, it won't enable anti-lag. And then the timer is adjustable. We can set it for 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, or whatever. I wouldn't recommend going more than 4, so you don't melt anything in the motor. Some people were asking, how could you melt something in the engine? Well, if you're essentially pulling a ton of timing and dumping a lot of fuel in the exhaust, you're building EGTs, you're igniting that fuel in the exhaust. It creates really high exhaust gas temperature, and that's not good for valves, not good for turbine wheels, not good for anything on the exhaust side of the engine. That can melt and cause all kinds of damage, right? So you don't want to do that. Go to third. So what you're gonna want to do is, as you're accelerating, you're applying the throttle, lightly touch the brake pedal while your right foot's still on the throttle.
Okay.
Wait, like you'll see the boost gauge build up instantly.
Yeah.
Wait a second or two. Light tap, remember? Yeah. also adding the same function to race start for the bigger turbo guys who need to build a little bit more boost to get a better launch, better 60 foot.
All right, that was really cool to experience. Now the question is, can I have this on my car? Or what I'm asking is, who would benefit from this?
You can have it on your car, but if you had a bigger turbo setup like this, you would really benefit from that. With a smaller turbo setup like yours, which is a hybrid, you will see benefits, but not as big as something like that.
Yeah.
Because your turbos still spool up pretty good under 4,000 RPM.
Yeah.
This does not. So guys, if you have a setup that's really lazy down low, you have no power till 5,000 RPM, and you want to have a little bit more fun down there, you know, play a little bit, this is something for you. So feel free to reach out. We'll be happy to do this for you, explain how this works, set it up, and you'll go out there and race some people, you know. Now, the only thing to mention is if you're already tuned by somebody else, doesn't matter who it is, and you're happy with the results, but you just want to add anti-lag, that's not possible. We have to retune the ECU, and obviously whatever tune is in it right now is going to disappear, and we'll have to start from scratch. So if you want to do it and you're ready, reach out and we'll be happy to hook you up.